as a former government official, government's going to kill this guy.
And the donor class can't just sit back on the sidelines and say, oh, well, don't worry, this will all work itself out. They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump. And that's a fact.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you.
While other networks lie to you about what's happening now, InfoWars tells you the truth about what's happening next. Visit InfoWars.
Wow. All right. What is going on tonight, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Man, we got a lot to talk about. The world is getting crazy. So tonight we got it. We got the political news, lots of crazy stuff. I got the stock market news and insane stuff, and we'll see if there's any room for anything else. I had to spend a lot of time getting everything in order tonight. So apologies for being a little late. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see who's first tonight. Media Junkie, welcome. First, Toe Cramp. Second, Oscar in the hizzy. Third, all members tonight. Round out the top 4. Chad C. Genie in the bottle. Watching last night's live. Congrats, Bob. Congrats. Why do I even say that? That's a dumb thing to say. Daniel Crawford, what's going on? Cindy Lou, who you are on time. Our Will Man, Tan Finger Green. It's looking good. Joe W. and Sway. Adventures, Mike, Vandenplace, Sup Homie, Saber, Troy Man, Linda Telly, AC, So Now What is going on? Golden Cross on XRP, huh? Nice. Raiden checking in Texas. How is Texas? You guys recovering from that hurricane? What's up, Danny? Squire, hello to everybody. Husker, yeah, it's good to see y'all. Welcome, welcome. We got already 100 on tonight. You guys, though, the special few. Anybody else wants to give a shout out, just go ahead and drop it in there. But meanwhile, please like, share, subscribe. Let's get it trending before everybody, before we get into this, because it's got a lot to do tonight. Got a lot to go over. So without further ado, I want to get this going right here. Alan says, just finished watching World War II, D-Day veteran, RNC. I know the RNC has been really good so far. I go back and watch when I'm not here, obviously, but I'm looking forward to seeing JD tonight. I didn't watch him. I don't think he's been on yet. And then, obviously, Trump tomorrow. So I won't live stream, obviously, when Trump's speaking, because I think we're all going to want to watch that. Or maybe I'll live stream a speech. I don't know. We'll see. Soljo, what's going on? Kilvy's here. Houston, Texas. How are you doing in Houston? AC, can't believe how absolutely nuts things have gotten in this country. It's like a movie. What in the hell is going on? Maybe it's always been this crazy. I mean, maybe it has been. Check it out. Let's get into the crazy, shall we? All right, this is from the same guy, Johnny Tobacco, that we got that first little news on the DJT short last night that I went over. And listen, even Tim Pool was picking up this story, or at least found it on Twitter and reposted it asking more. So who knows? Maybe he watched my video. I doubt it, but that'd be cool, wouldn't it? The guy's got millions of viewers. But anyways, he's looking into it apparently, and more coming out today. Says Trump murder plot thickens. Bush's friends shorted Trump's murder. Holy smoke. George Bush has ties maybe to this group. Who ordered the code red? Austin Capitol advisors broke this DJ story yesterday. Told you someone knew, and they did. 12 million shares short. Deep State Uniparty, rotten hell, Obama Bush cabal. Company called Austin Private Wealth LLC shorted 12 million shares of DJT via a put option. Following dates July 12th, day before the assassination attempt. They have around $1 billion in assets under management. This is by far the largest put placed. According to a source, the trade represents 6% of total shares and over 16% of the float. Given the fact Trump owns 60% of the company, this is a giant bet when you consider. But wait, there's more. And it goes on. I'll go into it a little bit. But this is wild. They found that on Monday, the next day, they looked into it, and this Austin Private Wealth LLC seems to be a shell company, and it is disappearing as people are looking into it. So I'm seeing, sorry, not them. This short position is disappearing from the books as people are inquiring into it. So pretty crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. I'll get to GTI later, Vanden. 98 years old talks better than Biden. You're late again, Chad. Barely. I just started. What's up, Mike? Tim was talking about it on his live stream tonight. Really? So Tim Pool is on this story. Wow. I just want to say, for the first time in my life, I think I broke a story before Tim Pool. I'm not saying, not that I broke it, but it was on Twitter and I covered it last night. Oh, day before Tim Pool. What's up, Tim? What's up? Yeah, what's up? My 100 viewers, they know more than your viewers. What's up? What's up now? You guys should feel special. I'm here doing the work. Those calling for the harm of Big D. Should they not be charged? Harm of Big D? Who's Big D? You mean Donald? I guess that's Tim B. Here's Tim right here. He continues because the stuff coming out is just nuts. So this is saying, he says, looks more and more like an inside job. MJ Truth Ultra posts this. The Butler Township Commissioner says the SS director, that's Secret Service director, is lying that the building the shooter was on was responsibility of local PD. Outright calling him a liar. Local Butler Township police only duties assigned to them were strictly traffic detail, not detailed any security detail related to the event. And why would they be? Why would they? That would make no sense to pass off Secret Service to job to local PD. I mean, that makes no sense. This is what they said. I was so frustrated, frankly, hit my limit last night when I saw Secret Service saying it was responsibility of local PD. That's absolutely not correct. Wow. Calling them out. How wild is that? Absolutely insane how this is starting to go down. So listen, I can't wait to hear what Tim and more uncovering. But it gets crazier. Here, Jordan Sather posts this. The building the shooter shot from was sold 4 months ago. Company shorting DJT with highly unusual amounts the week before the shooting. Shooter caught with rangefinder 3 hours before shooting. Did you guys see that? The shooter was on his way in, I guess, busted with his rangefinder, and they just turned him away. They didn't do anything about it. It's crazy. 3 hours beforehand. Secret Service spotted the shooter, confirmed threat 10 minutes before Trump took stage and didn't notify the campaign. This is nuts. Officer confronted the shooter on the roof, radioed a blanket tactical channel. There was an individual on the roof with a weapon before the assassination attempt, and nothing. Nothing. They didn't stop Trump, anything. They didn't call it out. Somehow the shooter has basically no internet history and knew how to create improvised explosive devices, hook it up to a transmitter. By the way, on that note, apparently Reddit deleted a bunch of the guy's history or whatever and made the statement, don't worry, it has nothing to do with the shooting, none of his history. You just can't make this stuff up. He had explosives in his car. Rally goer spotted shooter minutes before the incident, tried warning law enforcement. Totally a low gunman with no outside help, though, not an inside job, right? Nothing to see here. Move along. Here we go. Mayorkas blocking the Secret Service director from testifying. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Imagine if we had Twitter when JFK was shot. I mean, this stuff would move a lot faster, right? This has been what, 5 days since it happened, and all this information is just spilling out like crazy. It's unbelievable. It's honestly unbelievable. Don Jr.'s daughters are on. Nice. I'll watch that later. Tim Pool sitting on the fence. Tim Pool, I love Tim. The one thing he does that frustrates the snot out of me is he always needs to hear everything from a NewsGuard source before he trusts it. And NewsGuard is run by Microsoft. It's totally biased, and he knows it. But and listen, Tim's come majorly awake the last few years. He's on our side, all that. But the dude is so careful with anything he reports, is overly careful sometimes. Sometimes you just need to follow some trails and see where it goes. than mainstream news. That's not hard to do these days. Technologically, good to see you. Dame Time is in here. What's up, buddy? Been a while. So now what? You had to use a code. They deleted the previous question about Trump. Oh, they deleted a question you had about Trump? What? That's crazy. Even my chat is being subverted. What's up, BB Vision? Straight Cash, homie. Not sure if I talked about GTI. I'm going to talk about that later. MK Ultra, dude, his parents are therapists. I didn't say that part yet. And not only are they therapists, but check this out. The parents of Trump's assassin called police the day of the shooting to warn them about their son. How nuts is this? They called the police. It's crazy. Are you serious? Like, this is insane. And again, all these shooters, all these young shooters have a couple things in common, okay? They are all mentally disturbed, and they all have been in therapy for years, and probably it's going to come out that he's on some SSRIs and stuff, just messing with his head. This stuff it's just, you can't make this stuff up. It keeps happening. You have to be blind not to be following these clues anymore. Croteau, yeah, it's frustrating. We'll talk about that later. Impeach Mayorkas, I agree. YouTube keeps canceling your subscription. Your subscription, Matthew? That's crazy. Like your subscription to my channel? They just wipe it away? That's nuts. Who's worried about getting booted off YouTube? Me? You just saw on Facebook, kid was in BlackRock commercial a year ago. Yes, we covered that yet last night. I think it was 2 years ago, 2022. So they're blocking your questions too. What is going on with my chat? All right, well, guys, just you'll have to code your questions, I guess, if they are involved on this. Makes me think that I'm probably going to get dinged tonight for talking about this stuff, but whatever. So you guys just, oh, Tim is, yeah, he worries too much. Listen, if I get busted, if this channel goes down because I go over this stuff, you just find me on Rumble. I will go 100% on Rumble. Okay, I will. I'd hate to do it. I don't want to do it because YouTube just has a bigger audience, and I want to get this stuff out there. But so as long as they let me stay here, I'll stay. But if I have to go to Rumble, I will. I definitely will. So anyways, yeah, the police called. It's just, you can't, like, this stuff is getting crazy. All right, let's get into this. Biden, apparently if Biden survives COVID, it's as heroic as inspiring as Trump surviving assassination attempt. Let's listen to Crazy Joy here.
The question that I have on that, these two men are both elderly. Donald Trump is an elderly man who, for whatever reason, was given 9 seconds to take a iconic photo op during an active shooter situation. Weird situation. We'll figure that out one day. But his survival of that and bouncing right back and going right to his convention is being conveyed in the media world as a sign of strength. This current president of the United States is 81 years old and has COVID. Should he be fine in a couple of days? Doesn't that convey exactly the same thing? That he's strong enough, older than Trump, to have gotten something that used to really be fatal to people his age. So if he does fine out of it and comes back and is able to do rallies, isn't that exactly the same? I mean, it's not exactly the same. It's not the same incident, but it's an elderly man coming through out of an illness. It should.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's the same as getting shot and surviving. I mean, well, no big deal there. That's the same. By the way, earlier today, Biden, I'll step down if I have a medical condition emerge, and then he's got COVID. So Biden's holed up with COVID, all this craziness coming out from the Trump stuff, and then all of a sudden Biden has COVID. I just, what is happening anymore? What is absolutely happening? This is just so crazy. It's so crazy. Kid had no police record, no ID on him. They identified him through DNA within an hour. What? That can't be true. That's crazy. Seems more and more like something's totally wrong. It is. It's going crazy. Wonder if they found Catcher in the Rye in that guy's room. Yeah, like conspiracy theory. It's so crazy. Donna, what's going on? Why does this keep happening with advance notice and nothing being done? Who's telling them to stand down? I right, with the Social Security stuff, it's so crazy. It's nuts. I mean, it's so clearly, this was so clearly plotted out and done, and we just, it makes it even more amazing that Trump survived because of everything that went into this. This wasn't random. This wasn't some guy just like feeling crazy one day, feeling like, hey, today I'm going to kill the president. You just listen. One coincidence, two coincidences, 15 coincidences. Come on now. Like, this is getting crazy. And I just can't get over like the effects on what they did with the stock here. Here, like Ham says right here, DJT has to be the #1 stock on the naked short squeeze list. Why? It's getting so crazy with the shorting against it and the attacks on it, and they just keep getting foiled. So whatever's going on is going to make this, it just makes the play even more bullish. All right. And Ham says here, GameStop's 30 in my eyes. It already had 3 moves. I know some of you guys don't agree with that, but he makes me laugh. Speaking of the stocks, all right, I know some of you guys wanted to talk about this, so let's get into them. Okay. Let's just start with GTII. Just get it out of the way. GTII today was delisted from OTC down to the expert markets. What does that mean? It means that for now, the trading on it is extremely limited. Some people can buy it, some can't. I tried to buy some on Fidelity today. I was not able to. It means your shares, however, are still alive. You didn't lose them. This isn't MMTLP yet, but GTII can get relisted after going through an audit, putting itself up. The question is, at this point, is this what they wanted? Or are they just not only just acting evil, but they're completely inept? That is the question. Was the appointing of Rabari just a smokescreen while this was happening? So we had a little more reason to stay in when they were doing the CEO. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. It's awful. And I had a lot of people attacking me, Ham, William, the last couple of days. Look, you guys, like, I know it's not you guys, but the people out there doing that, grow up. You guys made your choice. Okay. I never, ever promised anything. The last year and a half, I told you guys what a setup was. I've always been honest. It's a risk. And the last 4 months, I've told you guys that management we're trying to get this fixed and we're trying to do everything we can. And there's still hope here. There's still hope. The lawsuit, we got people where we have a billionaire in GTI with 20 million shares. You think he's just going to let those go? This fight is still happening. All right. So start like grow up. We're in a fight. We always knew this was a fight, but you say we're lying. I mean, come on. Like, can I help you? Good night. Love you. My daughter right in the middle of my rant. But like to call us liars when we've been proven right, like Alpine called out on official documents and in court over what they did with GTII. The Kramers pursued by the SEC. Everything we said is true. It all is true. And then management backstabs us. Like there's nothing you can do about that. It's just the same thing like AMC. Nobody has ever looked back on AMC and said people were wrong about the setup. No, what they were wrong about was that AA betrayed everybody. And that's something you cannot foresee. You cannot like guess that that's going to happen unless you just go so black pill, you just guess it'll happen everywhere. This is a risky place. It's terrible. Wall Street is a dangerous, dangerous place, and we're all playing a dangerous game with our money. But the reward can be amazing when it works out. And so right now in GTII, we're in limbo. We're in limbo, and we just need to be praying and backing up Richard and everybody else behind the scenes fighting on this as much as we can so it can break, so that we don't get into an MMTLP situation or worse. And that's where we're at with that. Finger had a good day today, up a little bit. I mean, it's just been basically solid, very slow. Last few days, we're still waiting on that dividend. Hopefully, it's soon. Word is they're going back and forth with the SEC now, answering the SEC's questions. So it shouldn't be long on that. It's a company, it's private. The SEC cannot hold it up as long as they're in line with everything. So SEC's taking its time, probably for a lot of reasons, but it's coming. And Finger as a company just keeps growing. Look how everything was red today, by the way. GameStop really tried to pop up today past 30 and just got shot back down. DJT started out much lower, bounced back a little bit, and now in after hours is looking nice. But again, I think DJT right now, I think all that's going on with the Trump stuff, the way they shorted it, thinking that he was going to die, which is pretty obvious. There's no coincidences, I don't believe. Thinking he was going to die, and then it's that didn't happen. Well, think of the mess they're in now. Think of the absolute mess they're in now. They were betting on this collapsing this week. And now not only is Trump alive, but he's gaining more in popularity and strength every stinking day. This stock, I mean, we already thought there's about 700 million shares shorted in it, naked shares, and they just added another 12 million to that pile in basically a week and a half. It's nuts. So I'm very excited for the possibilities here with DJT, and it continues to hold up even when it's getting attacked. So ZJYL, I mean, it really pushed up yesterday, back down a little bit today, but still in this nice range. We'll just got to watch carefully, and we'll see what's happening. The rest of the stock market, though, today was not as crazy as yesterday, but the Dow just continues to climb. Meanwhile, the NASDAQ slammed by 500 points. They are selling out of tech big time and going into small caps. And so I'm going to cover that a little bit in a minute here, but got more to say on that. Let me catch up with you guys. Clint Zenzius says, Nikki Haley was asked 30 minutes before the attempt on Trump. She had the most delegates after DJT when she walks in RNC. Oh my God. Interesting. I didn't hear anything about Haley on that day. Tim Pool's told to report. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I think he's independent, but couldn't buy on TOS, GTI snow. That means Secret Service left a pie-shaped area unprotected from the set. I know. It's a perfect shot. Gabriel, can I explain the Republican Party's worship of Israel? I get they're an ally, but why the worship of them by Republicans? Great question. That is rooted, well, there's a couple answers to that. Let me put it that way. For one thing, Democrats are just as beholden to Israel as the Republicans. They just aren't as vocal about it, and they hide it a little more. They play the game a little more. But as Thomas Massey said in his interview with Tucker Carlson, every representative in Congress has an AIPAC member, which is basically a person like representing Israel, Israel's interests, talking to them. Every one of them is pursued constantly by an AIPAC member on both sides. But that the overt, like pandering to Israel, and an overt extra support to Israel, it comes from the fact that the Republican Party is completely reliant upon the evangelical Christian vote. And listen, I'm a Christian, okay? I love my evangelical brothers and sisters. I do. But there's a theology that comes out of dispensationalism that started in the 1800s, where it basically made the entire end times built around what happens in Israel. And so the people who believe that end times theology, which is most Americans, Christians, and most Western Christians in Europe, they believe this end times theology where Israel is reestablished and everything is based around what happens in Israel, and it's still God's chosen nation, all this stuff. And so that feeds into the Republican Party. And then there's all the behind the scenes stuff that I actually, like the political side of it, that I cannot get into here on YouTube. I just can't. So there's that. But at least I could explain to you the theological portion of it. Deep State or someone in the White House involved? Yes. Tokram, the GTI couldn't reassign management because new management will find out fraud and embezzling. That's true. Yeah, you know they're hiding something. What are the chances of getting management out of GTI? All I can say is Richard seems confident we have a very strong case. And in fact, if you watch Richard's video today, he was even more confident because of what happened today, because it shows their incompetence and how badly they're treating shareholders. So I don't know. I don't know what to put on the odds, but I think it's a strong chance at least. They're going to get Biden out of the way and say COVID got him. Oh, they're definitely going to try. Speaking of which, Biden's still fighting. CNN says the White House, and this was just an hour ago, CNN says the White House told President Biden told Dem leaders he is the nominee and plans to win. He's still fighting, man, even on his COVID bed. And by him, I mean Jill. I mean, Jill is still fighting. She doesn't want to lose her cush job as FLOTUS. And Kamala doesn't want to run because she knows she'll lose. So she wants to try to have another chance in 4 or 8 years. Because if whoever runs and loses this election, whether it's Biden, Kamala, Newsom, Whitmer, Big Mike, whoever it is, they will lose. And when you're a loser in the Democratic Party, they don't give you another shot. They don't. I can't think of a single Democrat that's ever ran twice a second time after losing. So we're not going to see Beto. We're not going to see Clinton. None of that's happening. And here's the other thing. Which of them wants to take it now? Have you guys thought about that? When everybody's thinking like Biden's going to get rid of, trust me, they want to get rid of him. I know that. But nobody wants to take it. So any of their stars who are guaranteed to lose at this point, in my opinion, they'd be stupid to take it and ruin their future. So what are they going to do? Well, if they get rid of him now, that means they're going to have to put up somebody who nobody wants, who's even a lesser name than the ones I just mentioned, just to get rid of him. They're so stuck, guys. They are so stuck. A 98-year-old World War II vet said he'd re-enlist when Trump got elected. Oh, that's what you were saying. Oh, wow. Vanguard and BR, the biggest holder in Austin private wealth. You tag me in that, MM? Let me go look. This guy says it's not Bush, it's Israel. Interesting. So there's an Israeli connection to this. So this says the Bush family was tied to it. House of private wealth with connections, Bush family. Did the Bush know something's going to happen? I already read all the rest. Yeah, that sounds like pretty flimsy connection right there. I want to take too much into that other than the fact it's Austin, but this is them. Private wealth, life of growth. Interesting. I'll have to look more into them later. I'll definitely look into that more. About a DJT short story, last week's games. I know, it's crazy. Like I said, even Tim Pool picked it up. Danielle. Yeah, I covered that right away. Dame time. Everyone should keep eyes on XRP. I've heard good things, Dame. Thank you for bringing it up. I'll have to go watch and see about King In. Rumdog, I see DJT volume Monday, 1,000%. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. What's up, JR? Biden go back to the basement of campaign. You know, I had that thought, Raiden. I had that thought that what if they know like he's just hurting his campaign so much, but at the same time they can't get rid of him, as like Julian's Rum who says here, placing Biden is utterly useless at this point. I completely agree with him. What is the point of replacing him at this point? There is no point. They're losing this election. And I'm going to show you guys more of that and a reason why the reasons for that in a moment here. But would they just put him in the basement and do what happened in 2020 and try to just have him just limit him down, hope Trump does something they can just pounce on, let the media do their cycles of jobs and just keep Biden low key? Maybe that's what they're going to do. You think they'll cheat so much Joe wins a military? I don't think so. They're not going to be able to cheat enough this time. There's just no way. There's just no way. Hitler had an appeasement too. He did. Wilhelm, they run scenarios they knew Biden was so old, it's got to be baked in the plan somehow. I'm sure it was, but this wasn't. Do you understand? Like, it wasn't baked into the plan that they'd get this far and it would get this bad this quickly. It wasn't baked into the plan that Trump would survive an assassination attempt on live TV and do the most heroic picture in modern American history and one of the top 10, 15 pictures of American history, period. That wasn't baked in. They didn't bake in that Trump would get away from every lawsuit easily, pretty easily. And they didn't bake in that the Supreme Court was going to make it much harder to go after Trump. They thought they had this, and everything keeps just breaking around for him. So Nunes is talking to Trump right now. Oh, man. Adlai Stevenson ran as Democratic nominee in 52 and 56. Okay, so it's been 70 years since the last time they ran a Democrat in 2 races. Wow. And he lost to Eisenhower both times, huh? So they just re-ran him against Eisenhower. Interesting. Reggie Dog on Twitter, this DJT short story is echo chambering all over the place now. Nice. Let's get it going. Epstein was Israeli injured. I don't think that's ever been confirmed, but there's a lot of evidence that he was Mossad, yeah. Hodgson's reposting it. Miss Vance now. Nice. Yeah, I'll be watching that later for sure. Let me get into a couple things here. So even CNN is just freaking out over all this. I mean, CNN says Trump could achieve a blowout win of 330 votes or higher. I mean, it's crazy they have to start admitting this, but it's just building and building and building for him. Hey, Blue 5 with the 5 memberships. Thank you, Blue 5. I appreciate that. So now what? Danielle, Adventures, Bob, and Jesse Kennedy are in. Love it. Welcome, guys. Welcome in. Thank you, Blue 5, for the memberships. As members now, you guys will get the additional content on the weekends and any other time we do it. And so thank you for that. That's epic. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the support. You guys make it possible. The members make it possible that I keep doing this as much as I do. You really do. It's free. It makes it so I can set aside enough time to do these lives right. So thank you, members, and thank you, Blue 5. JR with the shout out. Reggie Dog. Love it. Rum Dog, has anyone told me I look like JD Vance without the SF? No, that's a first. Probably because JD Vance isn't that popular yet. He's not that well known yet, but I bet it's going to start now that he's a VP. Speaking of old JD, I just like this guy more and more, and this is why. Check this out. JD Vance says deporting 20 million people is part of the solution to high housing costs. I love this. I love it. I don't want anybody deported who's not here legally. So first of all, let me say that. But if you came in illegal, you gots to go. I'm sorry. You gots to go. And come back legally. But this is exactly right. I mean, there's so many people here. And dude, how could we get rid of 20 million? I don't know. But can we get rid of 5, the worst ones? Yeah, I think we could do that. So anyways, but he's right too. I mean, you get rid of a lot of these people taking up a lot of the affordable housing. It becomes definitely will help with housing prices because it'll create more less demand. And so anyways, JD Vance, man, populist, just great. He likes it more. Over here, a bullet couldn't stop Trump. A virus just stopped Biden. Democrats are coming apart, Republicans coming together. I love watching Van Jones panic. It's one of my favorite things to do. So let's just listen for a second.
A bullet couldn't stop Trump. A virus just stopped Biden. You've got the nominees of this party getting their butts kissed. Biden's getting his butt kicked by his own party. The Democrats are coming apart. The Republicans are coming together. A bullet couldn't stop Trump.
Oh, man. Old Van Jones panicking just makes me have the warm fuzzies. I love it so much. Makes me very happy. What's up, Zachariah? Watch from the beginning. Oh man. Oh, Alan, you didn't get one. I'm sorry, brother. Maybe next time you get in on the memberships. It's only $3. That's all I ask for memberships. That's it. And I'm really thinking about, so the Discord. I started a Discord, and it's been great. We get some great conversations going on the Discord every day, and I'm able to talk to everybody. And I'm thinking about opening it up to the $3 members too, which would just super increase the value of that membership. So now you guys would not only, because right now you got to do the $8 membership to get the Discord or the $5 Patreon. So I'm thinking about doing that because I just want to have you guys around more. And I think that'd be fun. But let me think about it. Because I mean that's a lot of value for $3. But anyways, Alan, it's only $3 if you want to become a member. I don't ask for much. All right, check this out. Nvidia has been going down, and in this tweet right here, this is something to watch out for based on. Oh, it's all right, Alan. I'm not looking down on you. Fixed income, I get it. So in 2000, when we had the dot-com crash, it happened similar to what's going on right now in the markets, which is one by one they went until a big crash came. So they took out pet.coms and shot them. I love it. They took the junior growth and shot them. By the summer, they were taking out the Ciscos. Having sliced off the tech, the remaining 70% rolled over like a giant iceberg and went down for 2.5 years. This is what I think we're going to be looking at. Right now, tech has been going on big time. It's really going down fast. Look at NASDAQ today. Now, it looked like pre-market's up a little bit, but still, Nvidia is, I just saw it. So up a bit in after hours, but way down today, 6.5%. Can somebody confirm with me, is this lower right now than it was after the forward split or before the forward split? Because before the forward split, wasn't it at 1250, 1285, somewhere in that range, and then they forward split? So if this is lower than after the forward split, it means that, we were exactly right when we said that this forward split looked like it was time for them to do the old rug pull on retail. Get it lower, get a bunch of retail to buy in, and then start letting it die. And that's what I think we're starting to see here. They're starting to move everything over. I mean, look at the Mag 7. Magnificent 7 lost $1 trillion in the last 5 days. Mag 7 being Facebook, Meta, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, Google, and I always forget number 7. But all starting to go down. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Reggie, take on the RC tweet. I think it's from the dude sand thumper thing for the sandworm. Ryan Cohen tweeted a sandworm thumper. I'll get to him in a minute. GTII did get delisted, but not completely off the markets, but it's now from OTC down to, it went from pink sheets down to what's called the expert markets. So it's harder to trade now. Discord or Patreon, that's right. J-Dub, is there any truth behind Ken Griffin donating to the Republican Party? Yes. I covered this last night, Jay. He did not donate to Trump. He donated specifically to the Congressional Leaders Fund and the Senate Leadership Fund, and specifically avoided donating to Trump. So I covered that last night if you want to go deeper into it. Hard to text and listen, JD. Discord. Yeah, Kathy's in the Discord, and it's been good. We've been having some really good conversations, especially when there's breaking news. It's been a good place to hit up stuff. 2000 to 2010, the lost decade for investors. Randy, it's about to be another lost decade, or at least 5 years or so, because I'm telling you, this is getting worse. What's up, John Croissant? How you doing? Yeah, I get what you meant, Reggie. I get what you meant by that. And zero hedge covering the AI bubble just burst. What happens next? If the AI bubble bursts, and this is something I've believed has been coming for a long time. If the AI bubble bursts, it is going to spread into everything else. It's just going to spread, one bubble after another. And so is that what's happening? I think it's a little too early to know for sure. You guys know how I feel on this. I think when the rate cuts happen, that's when it'll really break. But is it possible it breaks more? Absolutely it is. And then speaking of the rate cut, Trump came out and said to Powell, hey, do not cut before the elections. So this is going to be very interesting. Is Powell going to listen to him? Or is Trump playing a little reverse psychology here? And here's why I say that. Back in 2018, Powell wanted to keep raising rates. And Trump said, no. He said, what are you doing? You waited for me to come in to raise rates? Are you kidding me? I'm fixing the economy right now. You didn't do it for Obama. Why are you trying to raise it on me now? My economy is even better than Obama's, which he was right. So what did Powell do? They'd raised it a quarter, 25 basis points. After Trump called him out, Powell went back down to zero. And then 2019 was the best economic year we'd had in, I don't know, almost 20 years. We just had a massive, awesome, amazing year under Trump. And part of it was because he got Powell to leave the rates down. Now, it's very difficult to keep rates at zero forever. They were eventually going to have to go up, but Trump wanted to keep them down to get that new infrastructure in before raising. Now Trump's telling Powell, don't cut. So I'm wondering, because one of the things is that Powell hated that he gave in to Trump in 2018. He resents him for it. And so is Powell going to listen to Trump and hold off till the election, knowing that he's going to be president? Or is Powell going to say, F you, buddy, I'm not listening to you like I did last time, and will he cut in September? This is something very interesting to keep an eye on. The fact is he is stuck. I mean, it says right here, if Powell cuts, he's fired on January 21st. If he doesn't cut, he's fired before November 6th when unemployment crosses 6%. I mean, it's a rock and a hard place. It's getting crazy. Yeah, I saw that thing on there. I'll just go right to it now. Oh, I thought I had it pulled up. I know I got this somewhere. Hold on. Oh, I could have swore. All right, hold up. I'll pull up Ryan Cohen. Yeah, I saw the Trump tweet. He's doing it to piss people off. It's hilarious. He got a bunch of backlash from everybody when he posted Trump on Saturday. A bunch of GameStop apes and stuff were criticizing him for supporting Trump. And so today he just wrote this. And look how far this goes. That's so funny. I love it. It's hilarious. I think he's just trolling people. I don't think there's anything to it really, except for the fact that like it's showing that a bunch of the actual entrepreneurs in this country are supporting Trump. So NVIDIA all-time high was 140. Yeah, so it went up, and that's when all the retail was buying in. They all bought in once it split, so because they could finally afford it. And now they're starting the rug pull there. Jim, Powell wants to sabotage Trump. You know, I don't know if that's true or not. I think there might be some truth to that. But, you know, the rate cut is, I don't know. It's hard to say. I personally believe a rate cut happens, and then right after there's going to be a sell-off. After a couple of weeks, it's going to break things. Because it's going to be the warning to everybody that, hey, the good times are over. The economy is getting weaker, so we're having to cut rates, and the stock market is going to be super excited. They're going to be positioned in all their places leading up to it, It's going to cut. They're going to throw a big party. And then after that party, because they're being planned for it, that's when they let everything go. And that's what I think is going to happen with the rate cut. So yeah, maybe Trump wants it to stay more status quo before the election, not put volatility in the markets, or is he doing the reverse psychology thing and basically daring Powell to do it, knowing that it would piss Powell off to call him out like this again and make it, and then he does cut, and that brings in the market crash. Because right now we're pretty. It's pretty clear we're in recession. There's only two reasons people don't see it. Okay, number one is that GDP keeps coming in positive, but that's because that can all be proven by government spending why GDP's up. It's not the free market doing that. It is the government pumping all this money into the system. So that's why GDP hasn't gone down. Number two is that the stock market's still up. Well, if the rate cut happens and the stock market all of a sudden turns and starts going down, then you already lost that major indicator of the recession. And also the government is getting to the point, they know Trump's coming in. Like the spending's going to dry up there too. So yeah, it's all going to lead, like those two pillars holding up the economy right now, fake pillars, by the way, those two pillars are going to be pulled soon. And that's what's going to usher in the flood of the downturn. Code Red, contemplating selling Finger and GTI, putting in XRP. Too many shenanigans in the stock market. Listen, everybody just do what you got to do. I get it. You have to make those decisions. It's your money. Those are tough decisions to make. The stock market sucks. It is fully corrupt. It is evil people running the stock market, stealing from retail. I saw this amazing video today. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, guys. I honestly don't know why I didn't have it ready to go. I guess I just wasn't planning on showing it, but I think I should. Is this it? It's just a clip. But I know why I didn't show it, because I can't verify it's true. But I'll tell you what, I sure believe it's true. Yeah, here it is. All right, watch this, guys. This is worth thinking about whether it's true or not. There's definitely truth in here, whether or not the numbers are true. And so check this out.
We have it all. All of the illicit wealth in the world has been tracked by the National Security Agency for the past 15 years. We now know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Wall Street has stolen $100 trillion from Main Street with naked short selling. We also know that Wall Street has laundered $100 trillion in dirty money from trafficking in children and women and drugs and guns and gold. I could never tire of saying that 90% of the people in the U.S. government, the U.S. military, the U.S. intelligence community are good people trapped in a bad system. The secret intelligence community serves the deep state. It does not serve the American public. And CIA in particular has been doing torture, rendition and torture, drone assassination, regime change, helping to start wars based on lies, all because war and trafficking in humans and drugs and so forth are a profit center for Wall Street and the deep state. And once the president gets Benny into NSA and processes 100% of what we have at NSA, we have every single one of you by the balls. You cannot survive this. You have one out. The Truth and Reconciliation out is make the deal, motherfucker, or you are going to die.
All right, so that's crazy. Okay, and there's no way to prove a lot of that. We just have to see how things play out. So I'm not saying I completely believe it. I'm skeptical, but there's enough there that I believe there's something to it. But the interesting thing he said is that Wall Street has stolen like $100 trillion from retail over the last several decades. That I believe. And so that is how evil things are in the stock market, and why it's dangerous to play it. It is. It's dangerous to play with our money. And you have to know exactly what you're doing. You have to be on top of it all the time, or you go for these setups like we've been going for and they break. And that's really the only ways to win. So I'm going for it because I believe we're about to face a downturn that's going to break some of this up. I do. And right here, this sell-off going on right now, from tech, triggered before options expiration, which is unusual. With the VIX sitting on the trend line, makes me think they're planning to trigger an epic microcap mania into August to hold indexes up. So there you go. It's just like I've been saying. I think they're going to try to keep the indexes up through August. Then the rate cut happens, and then in a couple weeks, it turns. And so that's what I think we're looking at. And again, it's dangerous to play the stock market, but I think that's when we're finally going to start seeing the breaking out of our stocks that we've been in because of this, because we've been playing this big short theory that if we are counter to the bad guys, to the corruption, we win when the corruption has to break. So Trump said he would not fire Powell. I know, but that doesn't mean anything. Alex Jones tweeting about DJT. What's up, Ryan? I'm up, man. Rate cut won't have effect till 6 months. I disagree with that, Alan. I think you're thinking regular economics. In that case, you're right. But this won't be regular economics. This is going to be the signal. The rate cut is going to move faster. It's going to have an effect faster than that because of the signal of what it means. And that's what's happened in the last several times there were rate cuts. In 2008, rate cuts, and things went fast. In fact, things broke within weeks of the rate cut in 2008. And I believe 2000 as well. But there's been multiple times in the past few times when rate cuts happen where the downtrend actually occurred within just a few weeks, months after, and not 6 months. Gabriel, only two political candidates you've supported are Ron Paul and Trump. Everyone else full of crap like Rand Paul too. I can agree with that. Oh, thanks, Dame Time. Appreciate you. The guy in the video passed away. Wow. See, I mean, and that just makes me believe it more, So it's, yeah, that stuff's crazy. I talked to this guy today, Robert Kapke, just to go back to GTII. Great guy. He knows Trump. He's a businessman, brilliant guy. He called me today to talk about GTI and said, GTI moved to the expert market. Shareholders need to take immediate action and revive this company. No reverse splits. Get control of management. Continue operations like a new 15C. Get relisted. We have 18 months, but need to take immediate action. We're fighters. I don't know why I said we have 18 months, but the point is that we're still in this. There's still a lot of fight there. So don't give up. And let's stay in this. Let's see what Alex Jones, I want to see what he said about the, are they even bringing him up on my feed? I can't. Will they not bring him up? Oh, that's funny. Is he shadow banned? I follow the guy. There he is. Okay, never mind. He came right up. He retweeted the... Oh my God, yeah. He retweeted. And Laura Logan's on it too. Holy smokes. Guys, this is huge. I just want to say I was first. Actually, Johnny Tobacco was first. But I think I'm the first person who did a video on this last night. So I'm ahead of Alex Jones and Laura Logan and Tim Pool. My God. This is the same story. This one says a little bit different, but I'll read it. Soon to be unmasked entities bet Trump's DJT stock would plummet one day before the assassination attempt. Shorts against them more than doubled. People or large organizations predicting by Monday the stock would plummet. By Monday. That's key right there. How they know it so quickly. Something undoubtedly would have occurred. President Trump died in Pennsylvania. This could mean some had foreknowledge of the plot against, tried to profit. This also happened on 9/11, where bets were placed against the stocks of major airline companies, American United, before the attack. Laura Logan, by the way, just great reporter. And Alex Jones, man, He says this is key intel. So, I mean, depending on your opinion of Alex, I like him, and I think he's right more often than wrong. He sees something here. He sees something here. So this is a big deal, guys. This is showing, it's showing that there is definitely a lot of smart people starting to pick this up and seeing it as evidence that there's a lot more going on with this plot than what we're being told. Like, it's Iran. Like, get out of here. But this is, to me, it's also extremely bullish for the stock itself. I mean, I think DJT, because it weathered this attack, this huge attack. I mean, I don't know when, guys, but this stock is in such a good place right now. The company is in such a good place with all that money in the bank, no debt. Trump is just kicking ass. And Devin Nunes, tough SOB CEO, not going to mess around, already inquiring, already fighting publicly with his face out there and his name out there. I'm so excited for what can happen here. Any news on Alpine? I haven't heard anything in a long time. Sorry. This chat is wonky. I know. A lot of people have been having their comments wiped away tonight. And I think YouTube's algorithm has probably determined that this whole assassination thing is a sensitive subject. And so they're limiting it, you know? And since I'm live right now, that's probably one of the, like, we'll find out if they, I'll find out first thing once the live's over. If I get dinged, that's usually when they tell me. But because if I like play a copyrighted thing, they tell me pretty quick after it's posted. But while I'm live, I have not yet been, in trouble with anything. So, but pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I hope it doesn't mean that we're going to start seeing a big wave of censorship on YouTube again. But Shapiro, governor, says DJT a threat to democracy. Of course he did. They couldn't wait long at all. Some of the Pennsylvania state police higher ups are woke. Yeah. Oh, I completely believe that. Pennsylvania is, it's a purple state. The people are mostly red, but the people running it are mostly blue. It's one of those tough areas. But I think it's red waves coming. If shorting was banned, they would have the incentive against Trump, DJT. They would have or wouldn't have. Late notifications. Sorry, Rhett. Dual stream on Rumble. I did that for a while, and I was having issues. Rumble Studio is great if you're streaming on Rumble. It's not great if you're streaming on YouTube. So I'm waiting for it to get a little better, and then I might go back to that. Also, just OBS, which I use right now, I can't dual stream on it, and it just works so much better. I just like it. So, but I know I need to start building Rumble again. What's up, BM Pro? Austin Group Insider claims it's an error. Yeah, I'm sure they do. There's way too much out there. I mean, we've seen the charts. You said you tagged me on that? I don't see it yet. I'll wait and see if anything populates. How many jobs are needed each month to keep up with growth? In our economy? It's a good question. I don't know. I think as long as it's positive. The real answer is as long as there's more jobs than lost. I think that's all they need. Jump, I don't trust Wall Street, but before assuming DJT was short because of Butler, we have to take into account Yorkville deal was announced on July 15th. That might have been the reason. It wasn't announced on July 15th, though. That was just a reposting of what had been out on the 3rd. Jump. So, listen, Jump, I could hear you on that a little bit more. I could accept it a little bit more if there wasn't so many other strange things going on around this date and time with the Trump stuff. So that to me is it's all of it together, you know. It's not this by itself. They suspended your X account? Are you serious? What? For what? That's crazy. As you were tagging me? Shut up. That's wild. Can't repost DJT. Oh my god. It's getting crazy, guys. That means somebody on X doesn't want you sharing it. That's what that means. Obviously, it's not Elon. It's one of the little basement bought off workers there. I don't know who runs Austin Group. You know, we'll have to look into it more. You live near Hershey? Pennsylvania Game Commission is red. Nice. Red caps. Does Dan Bongino own Rumble? He has a stake in it. Yes. Yeah. What's up, Jeremy? Token, it was super weird to be at the Gay Gym You Mean Planet Fitness. See CNN live covering the RNC? Yeah, right. That's funny. Token, what comment? Did you... They must already got you because I didn't even see it. Died suddenly, tweeted 9 minutes ago, reposting GGT stuff. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, I repost this stuff all the time. I don't know why they haven't ever come after me. It's interesting. And I also, sometimes I wonder how I'm still on YouTube with some of the stuff we talk about, but it's getting crazy out there, guys. It really is. So, well, all right, guys, I'll open it up. If you guys have any last questions, comments before I leave, there's just so much going on. It's wild out there. It's absolutely wild. This nonsense everywhere. It's crazy. And the more I see, I mean, the reason I started with this, oh, it looks like I lost what I started with. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. The reason I started with this tonight is because this is the clips of all of them saying, like, they're going to kill him. You know, all the times it's been out there. I mean, you have this guy. I mean,
As a former government official, government's going to kill this guy.
And the donor class can't just sit back on the sidelines and say, oh, well, don't worry, this will all work itself out. They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump. And that's a fact.
You take on the intelligence community, they have 6 ways from Sunday at getting back at you.
You don't take on the intelligence community. I mean, I'm telling you, like, that's why I started with that tonight, because it's like, it's everywhere. It's everywhere if you look, if you're willing to look. It's just, it's crazy. So we just need to keep praying that we see this through to the end, that he survives. Once he gets in the presidency, I think he's going to be fine. JD Vance is the insurance for that. They hate him too. And they just won't gain much if they kill him. Honestly, I think that the what they're putting in place, and plus he'll have even more protection as president. So this is where we're at. But Jim says, in my honest opinion, tech stocks sold off to buy Dow Jones stocks. They did. They're going back and forth buying stuff. In fact, and everybody who watches this stuff can see it. In fact, let me pull up Ham. Ham commented on when I shared this earlier. Did they kick Ham off again too? Usually if I just type in Ham, he shows right up. Oh man, that'd be funny if they, I mean, not funny, not funny if they cut Ham off again. Let me see if I can find one of his tweets so I can pull up what he said, since they won't let me pull up his profile. Is that it? Nope, that's breaking 911. Sorry guys, I know this is probably not fun to watch, but I just wanted to show you a tweet, but I gotta find his account, and they don't make it easy on the desktop version of X. The desktop version of X is, but I also wonder if he was kicked off again too, because I'm not seeing any of his tweets, and I always have all his tweets brought up to me. There's no way he's gone 3 hours without tweeting. Did they kick Ham off again? Oh my God. It's not looking good here. You guys seen Ham tweet tonight? It won't let you super chat to me? Really? What is going on tonight? This is getting weird. See, Ham responded to me to something earlier. Let's see if I can pull that up. Yeah. Huh. I'm not seeing any of Ham's stuff. Oh, there he is. Okay. He's still up. All right. They haven't killed him yet. Killed his account yet. All right. So he posted this in response to... Oh, here we go. This is breaking news on... Austin Private Wealth amended their filing and removed their put option on TMTG. Wow. It's not letting you chat? You got kicked off X for your comment on J Black 1 week. No X for me. Are you serious? This is wild. So Toe, it says you can super chat me if you don't type a message. That's weird. Look at this though. I mean, why would they do that, guys? I'm just asking questions. I think this guy did a big thread on it. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Toe. I'll answer whatever you ask me for your tip. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Okay. All right, so here we already knew all this, but says to make things even more interesting, my source tipped me off with the falling 2 image from their Bloomberg terminal. The screenshot on the left shows a put taken earlier. It shows 120,000 puts. As you can see, their position is by far the largest. Next closest is Citadel with 16,000. Do you see that? So Ken Griffin had 17,000 puts against DJT, and Austin Private Wealth did 120,000. Oh my God. That's nuts. And here's the proof. I mean, this is their Bloomberg terminal. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, remove their option. Another interesting thing about the amendment filed on the 7/16 is that the only one they've ever had. Oh my God. They've never done an amendment filed before to, wow. In 4 years of being around. That's nuts. They are really trying to hide this. Holy smokes. Okay. That's crazy, guys. That is crazy. Anyways, I meant to bring up Ham to show the sell-off and where they're moving stocks around right now. But anyways, that popped up, and so I wanted to cover that. Wow, that is wild. That's what you get watching live, guys. You get the live action as I discover things in real time. Oh my God, that's funny. Audio on what, MM? Let's see here. Where did he put it? Huh. Well, he told me, anyways, this is not the tweet I was looking for, but this is what he told me. He said they're selling off in video, buying in here, UNH, to make Dow green. Sell others, buy this as fast as you can. They're just moving stuff around, and that's what's going to be happening for the next few weeks until the rate cut. So we'll see, but they're playing games to keep the indexes up. That's what they're doing. The guy I was talking about, DJT being short, he's got an audio on it. Let's see. Let me go back to that thread then. I don't see a video. Oh, is it right here? Oh, okay. I thought this was just a picture or something. All right, let me play this. I'm going to listen to it too. I haven't listened to it yet.
Hello?
Alex, is this Mr. Wagner?
Yes.
My name is Jason Goodman. We don't know each other, but I was calling to see if you're aware of this information that's going around the internet about Austin Private Wealth shorting 12 million shares of Trump media stock. Is there anything to this? There's a lot of information about your company going around right now.
I can't comment on it.
Uh-huh.
Who are you?
My name is Jason Goodman, and people are saying that the Texas investment firm Austin Private Wealth, LLC, shorted 12 million shares of Trump's Truth Social stock. I think it's called Trump Digital Media World or something like that, the day before the assassination attempt. And the thing that's got me concerned is that people on the internet are publicizing, here are some of the organizations that receive donations from the investment firm. The ADL, the ACLU, Hadassah, Shalom, Austin, Camp. I mean, the thing that bothers me is that people are obviously focusing on these Jewish charities. I'm Jewish, and I walk around New York City.
Wow.
The climate is that people attack me because they say you look like a Zionist. So I'm interested to know, first of all, how your company could have this prescient foresight to short 12 million shares of this stock the day before the assassination attempt. That's obviously very suspicious. But I just also wanted to ask you if it's true that these charities are charities that your company is donating to. I don't really think it's particularly important. You're free to donate to whoever you want. But there's a narrative building around your company that's dangerous for people like me.
Right, yeah. I understand. So it was a reporting error. So if you go back and look at that same filing, you'll see it was a clerical error in the filing.
Well, how did that occur? I mean, were you trying to short fewer shares than that? How could such an error like this, it seems like a remarkable coincidence for that dramatic of an error to occur the day before this historic incident, doesn't it?
So the reporting is generated June 30th, and it was a clerical error. I do believe we'll be releasing something to our website with more detail on it, but if you go look at the updated filing, you'll see the proper data in there.
Okay. And is it true that these are charities that you donate to? Would you care to answer if your discretion?
I can't comment on that, sir. Sorry.
Okay. I think you got to get in front of this on the social media platform because, as I said, I think it's horrible PR for your company. It's dangerous.
Well, anyways, that's pretty fascinating. All right. They call it a clerical error when in 4 years they never filed an amendment once. That's nuts. Yeah, so... Wow. Well, the plot thickens, guys. The plot thickens. It's getting pretty crazy. Toe, you think the title of Live got some eyes on the stream? I think you're probably right. So we'll see what happens with my stream after this. But Bush family hates Trump. Oh, that's an understatement. That's an understatement. The Bushes are completely deep state. They are. They're just so in it. They're shorting the like button. Uh-oh. Let me see. What? Did you guys like? You doing your job to like, and then I'm getting screwed on my likes. Crazy. 109. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But yeah, if you guys would like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'm gonna be taking off here. I'm gonna go watch some of the RNC. I want to see JD Vance's speech tomorrow. I will be streaming. I gotta figure out when though, because I'm definitely gonna catch Trump's speech tomorrow. I just think it's gonna be historic. I really do. So anyways, crazy stuff going on. I'm just going to keep covering this as it goes because there's a lot to unravel here. For as far as stocks are concerned right now, DJT has the most momentum. That's the one I'm most excited about right now with Finger coming up behind it, whereas Finger is the better value. Long term, we'll get the bigger haul on Finger. And I do think with the stock market the way it's going, we're going to start seeing some stuff breaking out soon. So shore yourselves up where you guys believe is the best place to be and get ready because we're only 2 months away from September when I think we're getting that rate cut. And that's when I think volatility is going to really ramp up. But also let's watch and see what Trump goes after Powell. So JD just finished. I'm going to go watch that. Just Mike says, Bush, Cheney, Pence, Romney, Ryan are your suspects. Oh, you know they're all part of it for sure. Alex Jones controlled opposition makes us look like conspiracy theorists. I've heard a lot of that. Yeah. And I'm not saying I don't believe it. You know, there's so much information out there both ways now on everything that you just have to be careful wherever. So I'm always skeptical of whatever I see, no matter who it comes from. And I just go vet it myself. But I've learned enough where I definitely see certain things I believe more than others when I first see them because of just everything we've learned. But anyways, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Really appreciate you. Members, thank you for supporting me. You guys are the best. Remember, it's only $3 a month to be a member, support this channel. So, and then you get extra stuff for that. But does Alex Jones have his drinking under control? I've never heard that. I've heard that it's still pretty bad, but maybe he finally turned it around. But anyways, let me finish in a prayer and we're going to get out of here. All right. Heavenly Father, thank you for today. God bless these people here. And God, I thank you again for just protecting President Trump when it just seems like everybody's out to get him. And I just pray you keep bringing information out to the light here, that we just get all the information so we can see and find out what actually happened and hold the right people accountable. And God, just pray the RNC convention continues to go well, that people continue to wake up in this country, and then justice comes in the markets and for us financially, and just all the stocks and companies everybody's invested in. I just pray prosper, and just that corrupt management, whether it's AMC, GTII, anywhere else, that they get what's coming to them, and that the people who've been stolen from get everything they lost back and more. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later.